All right, second time is the charm. So, it's been a little while. It's almost been a whole nother year since the last video, the last dev blog. But with that being said, whole bunch of stuff to share while I wait for my stupid controller to connect. There we go. Okay, so a couple of big changes. Um, Probably the biggest of which is we've started swapping out all of those lovely boxes. We just picked up the ranged attack accidentally, so off to a fantastic start. But yeah, we've started swapping out a lot of the land pieces for stuff that looks a little bit more rocky, looks a little bit more like an actual island. All of this is sand because Unreal Engine hates me. Um, no, it there was some issues with crashing. I don't think it was necessarily Unreal Engine crashing, just something else. And I lost a little bit of progress. You'll see some things that don't have textures applied to them, or like this land. I just had to apply the sand material to the entire thing, which I think works for the most part. You know, kind of you got the sandy beach area, and then it goes up into the more like rocky and dirt-based kind of landmass. But yeah, so we finally started actually swapping out those boxes with some stuff that looks like an actual game, looks like some actual artwork. It's still got a very long way to go. You can see up there, there's still a lot of boxes around um, the radar base area, or the kind of the concrete zone around there. Um, so most of the changes are going to be, yeah, art-based, changing around kind of the level design, getting all that closer to where we want it. And we have a few big functionality changes that I'm personally pretty happy about. The first one is, so you see we've got like our interaction system with that. That's been in there for a while, but we actually got around to changing the save point so that it functions the same way and doesn't like involve an entirely different button. Um, so yeah, we already picked up the ranged attack. You saw in the last video that that was basically just kind of shooting projectiles from our chest in whatever direction we were facing, and that wasn't really what I wanted for the full game. And you can see right now, I changed it so that you press a button that zooms in and gives you this little targeting reticle. And yeah, I don't know why this just does not seem to run particularly well. But yeah, so you can fire from kind of your shoulder now, and it's significantly more accurate, and it functions a lot closer to what I would actually want it to function like. And I'm pretty happy about that. If I was British, I would say I'm pretty chuffed about that. And another change, another little fancy artistic touch we got, is sword trails, which I really like. Because I've been working more with Niagara, been trying out some stuff with that, been getting more used to like the particle system in Unreal Engine, and that is just like a really nice touch. And this is gonna the vehicle doesn't function any different, but if I can, oh gosh. So when the vehicle functions as it should, which it's not right now, but yeah, when you go fast enough, you also got a vehicle trail. You need to actually be like boosting using the vehicle's boost. And honestly, in the future, I'm going to want the boost to consume your energy like your other abilities, but right now the vehicle is definitely not the priority. But it is. Yeah, definitely not functioning as intended, but you know what? The vehicle is not necessary for the vertical slice that we're doing, and really is just just doing it for fun. But it will definitely need to be worked on if for the full game. So yeah, we got the trail, we got the weapon trails. Looks pretty nice. I'm a fan of it. What else do we got? Something that we could show right now is something we changed with the enemies. Yeah, the just wading waist deep in this rock, but yeah, the collisions still are not quite there with the new assets. But so when enemies are damaged, you've got that nice little health bar that appears. It only appears after they take damage. And yeah, goes away after they die. These guys are still pretty stupid. They can't see me, so they can't shoot me. But yeah, so that's one change to the enemies. Some of the enemies are a little bit smarter and will like target you and chase you after they receive damage. We'll probably want to work on the AI quite a bit. That will definitely need to be something that's worked on more in the future, but honestly, it's functional enough right now. And let's do our best to not die. So yeah, if these guys are stuck right here, and I were to damage them, I damaged them, so now that pisses them off, and then they come and attack you. So I'm happy with how that's working. Definitely added a lot more rocks and stuff down here to make it a little bit more maze-like, so that you have to, got to work a little bit harder to get around. And yeah, a little bit more maze-like, a little bit harder to find the exit. Actually did add the yeah, that's missing its texture, but we actually added the little way to get over here and kind of sidestep the whole that whole path. So there's a neat little path over here that can get you up top pretty easily. I really need to add the functionality so that there's a button for running with the controller, because I don't think I have that yet. You can run with the keyboard, which is pretty nice. Uses your energy. I think that was in the last dev blog as well. For some reason, these guys are not functioning. But yeah, if you see that, that's the box that that's just a box inside of the building and inside of the caves that turns down the skybox's brightness, because I wasn't a fan of how bright it was inside because it was bleeding in from the outside. But I changed that around a little bit. Yeah, not sure why these guys aren't moving. Probably something messed up with their pathfinding. And yeah, those are the major changes. That's just a little something else, some other material or whatever that I was working on. Checking my notes. Is there anything else I forgot to add? Working on swapping out this character. I know this character's been in there since the first dev blog, and it has been pretty functional, but I think it is time to move on to a character that is probably a little bit more in line with our vision for the final game. So that is something that I will hopefully have implemented Because I want to add a character that works with the Unreal Engine animations, kind of their animation packs and their rigs, instead of one that I just threw together, because doing animations takes a lot of work, and I am trying to find ways to kind of expedite the development process that doesn't involve me just doing everything manually. So that'll probably involve using some, uh, yeah, some like a downloaded sound pack or something, and probably some downloaded animations, but hopefully that'll expedite the development process. So this is a just floating particle effect. Probably going to want to add a bunch more stuff like that, but also need to add that without it making the game run like crap. All right. Is there anything else? I guess the one thing that I haven't added yet is that the game has an actual name now. Tentative title right now is Myxos. You know, I kind of like that name. It kind of fits in with what I'm planning on doing with the story. Little change with some stuff, but you know, I think it sounds cool. It sounds sci-fi, and um, I think it could be pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully, you know, we got a bunch more of the lily pads. I don't know if I want to swap out the lily pads. Do want to make the environment a little bit more alien. You know, it's as an environment artist, it's tempting to just, oh, I'm just going to make this look like a tropical island, but I'd like to make it look a little bit more weird and a little bit more alien, because how many tropical desert islands have we seen in video games? You know? I mean, part of me does want to make the first area like pretty recognizable and, you know, familiar, and then maybe just ramp up the weirdness later. But, you know, I'm really just rambling and thinking out loud, so I think I'm going to end it here. Don't really need to end it on the boss, because really there's, as far as I can tell, there's no changes to the boss. I will probably want to add some effects, add some particle effects and different like material effects to the boss. Probably will want to either change out the mesh completely or add a rig and some actual animations. Hopefully, that'll be in there by the next devlog, along with swapping out the main character mesh and rig and animations. And yeah, hopefully that all is coming relatively soon, and I will see you when it does. I'll see you next time.